How is he? Is he gonna make it?
I do not know. The darkness is deep within him. Few ever wake.
But he's improving. I mean, you're doing your thing and he's getting better, right?
I do not wish to give you false hope.
Perhaps it would be better if we allowed him to rest.
Don't worry, he's a tough old nut. He'll pull through. Walter?
Oh, balls to you all. You're not burying me just yet.
See? I told ya.
Yes. Shame my first sight had to be your ugly mug.
I'm sorry I left you, Walter.
You did all you could. And don't think I don't know it. I told you you'd make me proud. Well, we didn't exactly find the army we were hoping for. And I feel about 100 years older than when we left, but we're finally ready. You've surpassed every hope I had for you. You're the king Albion needs. So come on. It's time to gather your generals and prepare for battle. You know, maybe I'll take a little nap first.
All right, I've got it. I take a small group of soldiers down this route and blow up the west barracks. It will draw their attention and open up the main route.
How's that better than my idea?
We will live longer than a few seconds.
Oh, well, now you're just picking holes.
Give it up, boy. What I want to know is what my men need to do.
That's for the future king to decide.
Paige knows the city best. We'll follow her plan.
Fine. I only put mine forward to annoy her anyway.
I see you've really matured on your travels. If you'll look at the map, we can go through the details.
My ships will take you to the beach here.
We can expect heavy mortar fire, but most of Logan's soldiers will be busy dealing with Paige and her men.
I want to be in the thick of the smoke, and the fire, and the glory. If Paige takes the west route, it's only fair I take the east.
Which leaves the center to us. Less chance of getting lost.
Then we're agreed.
Are you sure you're up to this, Walter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I may feel old and tired, but the day hasn't come yet when I can't charge into a good old-fashioned fight. Let the battle for Albion begin!
Our people are getting torn to shreds out there. They need our help.
We need to take care of that mortar.
We've already lost one ship. Kalen's could be next. Come on.
He's right. It's time you led from the front. We'll follow every step of the way. Ready? Let's go!
This is the moment you've been waiting for, isn't it? Well, good shot, son.
The longer we stall, the more of our people we lose.
You think you can win,
We have
do you?
to take the
well,
castle
we're the
now.
best, Logan.
Get up!
Good. They might be faceless, but they're still nothing but men.
The enemy's shooting at us! Fine defense work, soldier.
We'll never get through those gates while we're on.
Keep it up. There's plenty more left. You've used one of those mortars before. How about you blow up this one?
We're the best trained soldiers in the kingdom.
Defend yourself, soldier!
If we can't get past those gates, this battle's already over.
Under fire! Heads down, men!
They don't stand a chance against you.
Use your help over here!
The mortar's down! Get in there!
Resisting!
The Auroran ship should be able to move in closer now. Come on, Kaelin, do your stuff.
How you feeling, Walter?
Better than you're asking me. Now let's go!
Stopped you!
Stick that sword down there. Good! Oh, that was a fine shot. More guards!
Well struck! Down the Auroran's fire! You dare oppose the King's men? See? They go down as easy as Hollow. Can't say they don't deserve that. Now that is one of my best shots in a long time. Since yesterday, at least. Keep your guard up.
Is this not the grandest time you've ever had?
Sabine, you almost blew us up.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
Just die, starting with you!
How about that for a strike?
Good targets, don't they?
Kingsmen! Give up now, boy!
That's right. Aim where it hurts.
Your head's coming off, and soon. Ah! That was a lucky hit! Damn it, soldier! Ignore your injury! One of our boys has been shot!
That's another knock. Can't we have a moment's
Watch out!
rest?
You wouldn't want to get bored, would you?
Right through the pain! I'm going to cut out your heart! give it to King... Oh, look at them fly! Shoot it! Blocked! Stick that up low that's smoking!
I don't think Kaelin's going to be able to blow this one up.
Look, it's Paige. That girl knows how to
We're supposed to
handle
open
herself.
doors for me.
Come on, we're not far from the castle now. We'll meet up with her there.
Shut up, then. There's more of them!
I'm no hob or common soldier. I'm the best there is.
Say what you want about the but it really nice to make you feel well.
The enemy shooting!
Oh, please, we're in the street! Haven't you noticed all the houses and doors? Followed by some flanking and filling.
Right. That bullet's just for you.
Come on, Paige, where are you? Gotcha! Paige! Oh, about bloody time! You think you won, but this is nothing!
My men are taking
you will
care of
never
these
be...
barracks. Let's leave you out here alone.
Damn that! I can carry all day, so why don't you just give it up, eh?
Bloody hell, that was...
Was incredible! Eat that lead salad! Elite soldiers, my arse! Have that!
Stay alert. There'll be more coming. We have to find a way past this gate.
Always with the damn gates!
What we need are explosives. But I used mine up on the way here.
If only we knew some sort of tiny, crazy old man who enjoyed blowing things up.
Ha ha! Did you see that border? Let the whole city bow to our thunder.
Hang on, how did you get to the other side in the first place?
Dwellers have their ways, my boy. Is there anyone left to kill?
There will be soon. More troops are on the way. Kaelin's fleet got a fair few, but not all.
We'll hold them off.
Come on, Boulder, there's more fighting to be done.
Good luck in there. Hope the crown fits.
Let's finish this for good, while I can still stand up on my own. Shall we knock? No. Let's surprise him.
So, this is how it ends. The old fool and the child who ran away. You finally become the man I always wanted you to be.
He's a lot more than that, and now he's ready to take your place.
Perhaps the time has come for someone else to lead Albion.
You were never a leader, just another tyrant.
Did it ever occur to you that I may have had good reason to be?
We're not interested in your reasons.
Cower behind ignorance if you will, but my brother deserves to know the truth.
Save it for the trial, Logan. You can beg for your life then. There he is. The King of Albion. You've made it. Just like I always knew you would. It doesn't get any easier, though. You have a country to run now. And with Jasper busy in the sanctuary, you'll need a new personal aide. Someone who can keep you organized. Let me introduce you to...
Hobson. Hobson's the name, Your Majesty. May I say what an extraordinary honor it is to serve you? I have a vast wealth of experience, I assure you, though I have yet to experience vast wealth. That, Your Majesty, is an example of the sense of humor which will no doubt make our time together such a delight.
No doubt. Well, I'll leave you two to get better acquainted. I should begin preparations for the trial.
The trial? Of course. The very first item on today's agenda. Among my other qualities, I am well versed in toadying, public relations, and time management. And I heartily believe the key to being a successful king is following a well-scheduled royal agenda. If you will permit me, here are today's appointments. I'm sure you will do a marvelous job presiding over your brother's trial, which, as I said, will be your very first royal duty. Your subjects await in the throne room for what is sure to be an historic occasion, Your Majesty.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work. But killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start, but you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it. Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about, which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. 2, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And 3, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertip. Very well, Your Majesty. A prudent choice. Why upset the status quo? The time for revolution has passed, and people are used to the current rate of poverty and starvation. Those who survive will thank you in the end. But you will still need to raise a lot more gold by other means. Unless you're willing to donate some of your own money to the treasury. Oh, I'm sorry. I do like a little joke now and then. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time! You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda. Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Riva can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
The promise you made to Kaelin is now on the wall with the others.
Don't tempt me, Weaver.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known as a pauper monarch, then by all means, listen to her. Reaver Industries will abide by your decision.
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once. Welcome to Reaver Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be. I'm afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle.
Yes, sir.
I only hope that our new leader maintains the separation of classes. Logan, please.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Oh, to the beloved Majesty.
At your orders, sir.
Ah, my lord.
At your command.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion.
Greetings, all right, Your Majesty.
We should begin, Your Majesty.
All the lands. Yeah! Woohoo!
Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Riva shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask...
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
It breaks one's heart to see the treasury so empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from certain annihilation? Indeed, Your Majesty. Why make any changes in such an innocuous matter? So people don't feel safe. Is that such a terrible thing? Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared. As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Hello, sir. At your orders, sir.
Oh, a murderer, is it? Well, you'd better watch your step. Me musket's loaded.
My lord?
Greetings, my liege.
At your service, my king. Greetings, sir. Long live the king!
Welcome to the Sanctuary. The armory is at your disposal. Whatever one's opinion of Riva, it is a marvellous portrait. The brushstrokes hold such aggressive precision. Actually, I think a few of them might be bloodstains.
Majesty.
His Majesty, the King of Albion. Today you decide on the decor of the castle. Two of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a...
I wish this to be an enlightened castle.
Oh, fabulous, Your Majesty, fabulous! Your castle will be a vision of purity.
And what's more, fashion and good taste must choke down their nausea.
My lord.
Today you decide on the future of Aurora, Your Majesty. Kaelin will speak for her people. Riva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I am here to seek the protection you promised. It is too long since my people felt safe, or knew of life without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion. Now it is time we joined your kingdom. Do what your brother Fable...
Aurora will become part of Albion, but they must work for this privilege.
The king has spoken. Aurora shall be mined for resources. Its people shall receive the protection of the throne in exchange for their labor.
You are no better than your brother. He may have left us to die, but you wish only to exploit us.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora, an oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and valuable resources. Visit the city that Riva Industries rebuilt from sand and tour the local mines where you can witness the Aurorans' refreshingly vigorous work ethic. Aurora, a gem glowing in the darkness.
A wise decision in court today, Your Majesty. While it is true that your popularity in Aurora has suffered, the people closer to home are not too concerned. This could prove to be a very profitable arrangement. And speaking of Aurora and profits, we may have stumbled upon some very exciting news in that area. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Ah, hello.
Woo! Here, have this from me. good-looking dog, I must admit.
We are being exploited by Albion. We never should have trusted.
My feelings are dark of late.
I want to be... a lyric poet. A minstrel.
I hope you will accept this gift, Your Majesty. Rubbish!
Boo!
Ah, your Royal Highness. I am your most loyal subject. Well, there is this fellow called Andrew, but after him, it's me. The secret I bear is as secure now as it was when it was entrusted to me many thousands of years ago. It's actually more secure now than it was then, because even I don't know it. Well, this is a bit embarrassing. I'm going to go now. If I remember it, I'll give you a holler.
Hello. Any other business to attend to?
Oh, that Max. He's always getting me into trouble. We were going to go right home after the party, but now he's gone off. I've got to find him. If Mum finds out about all this, she'll kill us. Or, you know, the equivalent. Wonderful. Now, I do kind of know where he is. Follow me. Mum always warned us about drinking. It was quite sweet, actually, her concern. She used to say, touch that stuff and you'll end up a worthless, filthy old tramp, like your father. We always respected her wishes in that regard, which is actually a bit uncharacteristic for us. But Max, he just started putting it away. And all the time he's reading out incantations from the book, laughing like a maniac. He turned the trees upside down, it was raining handbags at one point, and then he summoned this huge, flaming demon who was amazing at croquet. And there were weird bits as well. I told him he should lay off, and he said if I didn't like the party, I could leave. And I said, why don't you leave? And he left. And he took the party with him. Here, I'll just get inside. So, if you just turn into a wisp, you can fly right at... Oh, sorry. Stupid of me. Here. He's in there somewhere. I'd go with you, but I think that would just upset him. Good luck.
Who needs the living? They're a bunch of wet blankets. I never appreciated life while I was alive, and looking back now, I still kind of think... Hey! Hey, what are you doing? I know what this is about. You can't make me go back. Watch this. Whee! I think you'll find this is a barrel of laughs. Ha ha ha!
Too slow. Almost had me, don't me. Keep up.
Uh-oh! Heads up!
Too slow. Keep up!
Let's see what's behind door number 1. Oh, a ghost! That's not what I expected to find in there at all.
For my money, men make the best heroes. Present company accepted, of course. You know what I like most about people? They die. Seeing you brings back memories of wanting my eyes gouged out.
Too slow.
You really are a party pooper, just like Mum. She never lets me do anything. It's always, cut that out, and put that down, and you'll unleash an ancient evil again. Well, I've had enough of her oppression. I've had a taste of real freedom now. And ale, by the way, which was quite nice as well. I didn't want to kill you. But if it's a choice between that and going back to Mum, you've forced my hand. These are the ghosts of the people Mum warned me not to hang around with, so look out! I told these guys that you drank the last of mine. They really hate you now. Fine. I never liked that bloke anyway. In fact, I'm glad you killed him. I hope you're going to pay for the mess you're causing. This is why parties should always be open-housed. You get more undead minions. Oh, wish Boris was still here. He'd make mincemeat of you with that croquet mallet. This what you do for fun? Ruin people's parties? Alright, fine. So you bested a few ghosts. But you'll never take me back to my mum. I don't need her. I don't need anybody. I'm doing my own thing and no one's gonna stop me. You've fallen into another one of my traps. When I first came in here and found this, I thought, bloody hell, it'd be great fun to lead someone in here. Well, thank you for obliging me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some pressing matters to attend to. Get the point? You certainly are sharp. I hope you enjoy big, piercing, spiky things crushing your head. Right, admittedly, that last one was rubbish. Oh, Max! I thought I had a massive spike ceiling starting to descend into an inescapable chamber. He's gone too far this time. I mean, when we first found the book and read from it, that was just healthy, youthful curiosity. And when we summoned that load of hollow men in Bowerstone Cemetery, that was really just an innocent misunderstanding. And the banshee we raised that nearly destroyed Bloodstone, that got blown way out of proportion. But I mean, killing you like this, that crosses a line. Just look at this situation. You're trapped in a room, spikes start coming down out of the ceiling, and actually, they're moving quite fast, aren't they? They were much higher when I came in. I mean, you might only be seconds away from death and... Oh, right, sorry. There. I think that stopped them. Go on then. Right, let's go and find Max and put a stop to this. Bloody piano lessons! Guess whose brilliant idea that was? Mum's! She's gonna be sorry I ever learned to play, and you'll be sorry too! Protect the book! Kill them, and you can get it! Oh, will you shut up? What do you want to do? Go back to Mum? We wasted our lives always doing what she said. Do you want to do the same thing with our deaths?
I guess I never thought about it that way.
Go on then. Have a drink.
Well, maybe just a teeny one.
Well, how do you feel?
I feel like Mum would never have let me do that. But what's she going to do? Kill me? I can do whatever I like. Watch this!
He's awfully good with that gun. Oh, why don't you just marry him then? I wish you'd stop this. I wish you'd shut it. He killed that one. Stop faffing around and summon some more. He shot that one right between the eyes.
It's an easy target, as they glow.
The Sanctuary shop has some new bits and bobs, I believe. Why not have a look?
What are we going to do? Oh, so I have to fix everything. Come on, summon minions! Don't let him get you!
Do you think that's helping?
Do you think he's using full ammunition or jacketed hollow points?
Oh, don't be such a wanker!
Put some muscle into it!
They haven't got any muscles! Your ones don't even put up a fight! Your ones are getting in their way!
Oh no! We're nearly out of wisps! Don't worry, I've got a clever idea.
You moron! Now the book is unguarded!
You use some wisps as well, so it's at least half your fault. Probably more.
It never ceases to amaze me. I find something fun and interesting, and as soon as you get involved, it's ruined.
You invited me up here. You told me to take a drink.
Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? And I realise that now, don't I?
Look, I had everything under control, then you panicked, and it put me off! Mum!
I knew I would find you two getting up to no good.
What are you doing here?
Never mind. You've been reading from that book again, haven't you? And do I smell ale?
Yes, on Max. He had rather a lot, actually.
You snitch! This is why I never want you around.
You get down off there this instant and march straight back to your graves, and you're not getting any supper!
Oh, Mum!
We're sorry, Mum. I told you we'd get in trouble.
No, you didn't.
Thank you for finding my sons, and for getting that book away from them. I don't know how they could have got their cold-dead hands on it, but then I don't really want to know. I have nothing to give you, except this advice. Don't have your children buried near you, especially if they're anything like mine.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.
At your command.
Boo! Boo!
I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
Ugh!
Well, stamp my renewal. Your Majesty, how splendid to have you back at the Academy. From the moment we first met, I knew you were someone who understood the value of knowledge, of learning. It's one of the things that sets you apart from your brother. As you know, King Logan closed the Academy and cut all our funding. I don't know whether he considered education a waste of time or a threat to his power. Your father believed the Academy should archive information and make it available to all, and I share that belief. We have many books here, yet many more languish in obscurity. If they're not found, their wisdom will be lost forever. The Academy needs a hero as much as the people of Albion do. Will you help us to retrieve these rare tomes? Oh, thank the gods of documentation. The Academy will continue to grow just as your father envisioned. Whenever you find a book in your travels, bring it to my desk, and I will give it a good home. I know of several that exist and have already prepared displays for them. All you have to do is to place them accordingly. Marvelous work. Marvelous. Can't wait to read it. Another book for the Academy. How wonderful.
I can't believe it. Logan.
Ah, hello.
Thank you for finding so many of my little ones. If only I could stand to be around them. It's getting worse out there. I've stopped going out. But we are making good progress. Here.
I am here for you. When someone has given you a gift, I will keep it for you here until you wish to...
I'd like to come round to your house for tea. And then I'll have your mum. I like to think about puppies. About slowly. can't decide whether I like your looks or your personality better. It's like comparing mud to suet.
Ah, hello.
might be bent. Oh no, wait! That's you! It's a great day to be alive. And a better day to continue it! I feel like celebrating today. Because today's the day you die. You seem like a very nice person. I kill nice people, you know. Oh, look! He's wagging his tail. Maybe he's thinking about eating crap. If it were up to me, no one would ever get sick. They'd just die, starting with you. I'm not like those mean gnomes. I'm a million times.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo. The Treasury's health is robust, but we must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Well, hey!
Long live the...
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor.
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue, the disposal of the city's waste. Reva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The king has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The sanitation committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Ah, hello. A little something new has appeared in the sanctuary shop. Care to have a look?